What's going on, guys? Big up the HECZ here, coming at you with a game of free-for-all on Hydro. But first I want to show you this thing on Grind because I wanted to show you the BS of the bullet consistency in this game. And I'm not bitching. You know, I know that connection has a lot to do with it. I know that even in theater, sometimes some things aren't shown the way they should be. In a little bit, you're going to see me quickscope a guy right on him who's just standing still and doesn't die. But then I zoom in, scope in, and I'm off target and still get a headshot. But it doesn't matter because I turned on this dude that wounded me. Oh, dude, you got pooted on. But anyway, I'm going to show you this game of free-for-all on Hydro using the Ironsight Ballista, Ghost Camo, and I wanted to have a little conversation with you, and you tell me your opinion, okay? Now, I want you to tell me, and I'm serious now. I want you to leave a comment and tell me if you agree or disagree and why. I want to know why using an Ironsight is considered an attachment, right? Because you're actually removing an attachment. The rifle is naked when it's born, right? It comes out a little naked in its birthday suit, if you may. And then you start adding things onto it, right? You start adding the scope, then you start adding the, what do you call that stuff? The ballistic CPU. Then you probably put in that laser sight, and then you put in this, and you put in that. Those are attachments, right? The scope should be considered an attachment, right? Because when you remove the scope and you put the dual band, that's a scope, right? That's an attachment. But when you're removing one, you should be getting an extra slot there to maybe rock FMJ, fast mag, and extended clip. That would be mine. I don't ever attach anything that's supposed to help you with the sway or supposed to help you with your aim or what. Any of that stuff since Call of Duty 4, I've never used. Well, obviously since, you know, at a certain point I switched it over, but I didn't use fucking steady aim after some time. I didn't use ACOG. So I've always been like the bare minimum is, for me, is always the best, because when it comes to competition, right, then you can start adding on stuff, right? Then, like, if you're good at the bare minimum, not using anything, you're gonna be that much better when you start adding things that help your assist, right? Your aim assist or your what do you call it? Like with the CPU, right? It reduces your weapon and idle sway when aiming. Like, if you're good without it, the second that you put it on in competition, you're gonna be that much better, right? So that's my theory, and that's why I've always done it. But again, but my point of this conversation, I want to know if you agree. Shouldn't you get an extra slot on there to if you remove the scope? Shouldn't you get an extra option there that says, you know what, you're removing the scope, you're making things harder on you. So why don't we give you let's say an extra thing so you can put your, if you want, you can put a laser sight. I wouldn't, but if you want, you can put a laser sight, extended clip, fast mag, or FMJ, or whatever. So you can have 3 extra slots because you're removing one. I think that's nothing but more than fair, right? Because that's what you do. That's you're removing a sniper rifle at long distance. At a long distance, especially with the ballista, at long distance, you're gonna have a better chance of killing your enemy with a scope because you're zooming in, you're making your target a little bit bigger because of the amplification of the scope than you are with an Ironsight, right? Nothing changes with the Ironsight besides you moving a little. Look at this dude spinning. Come on, dude, you're losing, fella. And the only reason I said the ballista is because of obviously the inconsistency with the hit markers. Whether you're chest or above, you're still gonna get something on there. And obviously, I'm sure that you guys all have as well. I've gone into theater, and I know that I shouldn't be fucking using this as a point of argument, because I just showed you at the beginning how inconsistent theater is. But, you know, I've gone into theater, and sometimes hit markers that are above the chest, even when they are hurt, still doesn't drop them. So, you know, it's one of those things that we've always had to deal with, and I'm sure that it's never going to change anymore, simply because of, you know, the way things are right now with sniping in the sniping community and the developers and the way they feel about snipers, etc., etc., etc. It's never going to change. So I just wanted to voice my opinion because I have the freaking right to, and, you know, say that. So yeah, tell me your opinion. You know, as a sniper, as a person that uses a sniper aggressively, doesn't use the sniper the way it should be intended to use, and that's obviously camping back, calling out, etc., etc. You're an aggressive dude. You fucking run around sniping. You run around and getting it. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I am wrong. I'm obviously just asking so I can get you to tell me what you really feel, and that's pretty much the truth, right? You should get an extra slot if you use an Ironsight because of, I mean, shit. You know what else? They should increase the bullet damage when you take off the scope. If you're not gonna give us an extra slot, at least increase it just a tiny little bit. just a tiny little bit. Because if it's waist and above, okay, and I'm gonna try to make this quick. So if it's waist and above, it's supposed to be a one-shot killer, correct? Correct. Now, what happens at long distance when the middle of your iron sight is as big as your target? How are you going to be that much more accurate? I think that after a certain yardage, after a certain distance, the bullet damage should increase on a ballista unscoped. I mean, shit, sniper rifle should just be one-shot. I mean, leave a like if you think that sniper rifle should be a one-shot killer no matter what. Sick of getting a fucking shot across the map when I'm about to get a fucking streak that I needed, and I don't get it because of a hit marker. Damn it. Damn it, these hit markers. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate you guys giving me your feedback, because I know that you will leave me your feedback. And I do appreciate if you guys leave a like. Last video got some nice support from you guys, and I do appreciate it as always. Until next time, this has been OpTion. I'm out. Peace!